Let's talk about potassium. So potassium is responsible for muscle contraction, and it is crucial for heart function. So when you think of potassium, you want to think about muscles. So we not only want to think about our skeletal muscles, but we also want to think about respiratory muscles, and we want to think about heart muscles, okay? So we'll get into that in just a second. So hyperkalemia is a potassium greater than 5. Okay, so some signs and symptoms that you will see muscle twitching, you will see a peak T wave, and you will see arrhythmias. You guys, it is so important to know that if a patient's potassium is high, automatically we want to place that patient on a cardiac monitor, because this patient is going to be experiencing arrhythmias, and you're going to see EKG changes in this patient, and we want to notify the doctor ASAP because this is a emergency. So what could be some causes that patient has that high potassium? It could be kidney failure. The patient is not filtering out the kidneys, so they're just holding on to potassium. The patient could be acidotic. The patient could be taking potassium sparing medications, right, such as spironolactone. All right, so what are some treatments? So we can give K-oxalate. So K-oxalate will then cause the patient to excrete the potassium through the intestines. So this patient is going to have diarrhea, massive diarrhea, okay? So be prepared for that. You also can prescribe, the patient can be prescribed diuretics. So diuretics will cause the patient to waste potassium through the urine. And then you also can give the patient insulin. So what does insulin do? So insulin, it drives potassium from the blood into the cells. Now you want to be careful with this, because when we give insulin, we also know that can cause a drop in our patient's blood glucose. So normally glucose is given as well. So hypokalemia is a potassium less than 3.5. So with this patient, you're going to see muscle cramps, you're going to see flat T waves, you're going to see fatigue, and you're going to see respiratory depression. All right, so remember that potassium is responsible for muscle contraction. So if we don't have a lot of potassium, the muscles are not going to contract how they should. So that's why you're going to see muscle cramps in this patient, you're going to see fatigue in this patient, and you're going to see respiratory depression. Why are we going to see respiratory depression? Because of our respiratory muscles. So you want to make sure that you have that patient on a cardiac monitor for sure, but also we want to make sure that we have initiated some type of airway on that patient. We want to make sure that we are monitoring their respirations, monitoring their pulse ox, and all those things respiratory related. So what are some causes? If a patient is on like a loop diuretic, that can cause that patient to lose potassium. If the patient is vomiting or have diarrhea. So remember that your electrolytes are rich in your GI system. So if you are having diarrhea or vomiting, then that patient will be losing potassium. So what are some treatments? One of the treatments is just giving them a potassium replacement. So with potassium replacement, we have PO, whether it be a big horse pill or it be some liquid solution, but we also can give potassium IV, but we never give potassium IV push. So if we are giving potassium IV, that we will run it through our IV pump. All right, so we also can encourage our patients to eat foods that are high in potassium. To know more than bananas, so we got potatoes, we got oranges, spinach, broccoli, avocados. So it's important to know some other things. So you guys, we just went over potassium. So remember, if your potassium is high, you want to think about it, you're going to have a twitchy patient, right? Things are going to just be muscle contraction. It's just going to be doing extra, right? But when you have a low potassium, it's going to be lazy. That patient is going to have muscle cramps. They're going to have respiratory depression. But you guys, remember, when you are doing potassium, you always want to notify the physician if the levels is high or low, because it's going to affect the heart. Cardiac. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys.